Hi everybody, I'm G Krishnan and I'm here to speak to you something about the distance learning program of Welingkar. I would like to start with thanking Professor Rajesh Aparnath and the entire team of DLP for giving me an opportunity of talking about this program, which actually I did in the batch of April 14. Now this is one of the good program which I have talked about it, and the reason is this program is very convenient program. Number one, it has got the combination of a normal books, it has got ebooks, it has got something called, we call it as a PCP, which is a personal contact programs, and then we have a virtual classroom. Let me just explain to you what is this PCP. Now, PCP is a personal contact program, which is a program where the lectures are conducted in the college and people can attend these PCPs. Now, this is an optional topic as far as the program is concerned. This is not included. So, if people who are keen to do this program, they can definitely come. Now, what exactly is PCP? This is conducted by the experienced professors. So basically this is more like interacting between the students and the professors, and you have the opportunity of interacting with the professor who has got a vast experience and a knowledge. And when you talk about the students, they are from a diverse field, from sales, marketing, operations, and various other topics like HR. Now the other thing is, you also have something like people having a different age group. You have people from age of 30 going up to even about say 45, 50 or something. Now let me just tell you as to how is it that I took this program. Now I was actually I took this program of April 14 batch somewhere when I was about 57. Now I got an opportunity to do a master's program in NM College somewhere in 85, 86. Now I could not take up that program because I was working for a company called Dunlop in the sales division, and the traveling incurred almost about 22 working days in a month. So it was extremely difficult for me to do this program, but still I took an opportunity to go to the college and told them saying that I would like to do this program because with really a great work I got this program. But I was told that everything is fine, but that even if you clear, you need to have at least about 75% attendance. Now I could not do this, and this is one dream of doing a management program in my life for many years. But when I talked about coming to Welingkar, there have been my friends who introduced me to Welingkar. They said that you must try out masters. I came here to talk to people, but my fear was doing masters means it is again a Bombay University, and you need to write, you need to think about it, memorize and write the exams. So I was recommended, why not do a program which is a distance learning, which has got a mix up of books, PCP, the lectures, as well as the video conferencing lectures. So I said, yes, this is one thing, let me take it up. And the best part is, now this has got a combination of almost all the subjects in management. Now coming to the next topic, which is the video conferencing. Now what happens is, there are people who are actually not in Mumbai, or people who are in Mumbai, they are traveling, they are not able to attend the PCP. Now you have this video conferencing lectures, which is exactly similar to the PCP, with the only difference being that you are not in front of the live professor, but you are in front of a live video. But the syllabus and whatever discussions are there on live. You can interact with the professor. You can also interact with the other students. So this is one medium where it is so convenient to learn. And the best part is, if you are on a video conferencing, you need not be in Mumbai. You can access from anywhere in the world. Now this is one thing which really helped me. I said, let me try out this program, and I got into it. And I must say that I finished this program in 2016, April, and which was really good. Why I'm saying this, two important points I would like to talk about it. One is, I would like to also thank my professors who are very experienced, they cover topics like management, they cover topics like finance, they cover topics like economics. So, I could learn almost all the topics which is connected with the management. Now, what used to happen earlier was I've been an out and out salesperson for the last 36 years. So whenever there is a discussion with the finance person, I'm actually clean bowled, because they talk about funding, they talk about reading the annual reports. I did not have any clue, but this program helped me in understanding the basics of finance, basics of costing, and also basics of the HR activities. Now, once I got into this program, I completed this. Then I said, okay, let me come back to people like professors. See, what happens is, when you have a PCP program, you are interacting with the professors. They teach you not just the syllabus, but they teach you beyond the syllabus, number one. That means they teach you about the experiences. Also, the students who are with you, they share their experiences, which is a learning process. Now, I must definitely specifically mention about the trios of the DCP, DLP, the program. One is Dr. Bhattacharya, and then we have Professor Venkat Iyer, and we have Professor Pujari. Now, three of them are the best part, because what used to happen is, let's say that the lecture is about from 2 to 5 or 2 to 6. Now, when they interact, they talk about their experiences, and also once the lecture gets over, they don't stick to the time saying that my lecture is got over at 5 o'clock or 6 o'clock. They just go beyond, and it's a question of only learning whatever they got. I must say thanks to all of them. Today what I'm talking about is whatever I learned in my entire career. I think I've learned a lot from these experienced professors for the last during my session. Now let me just tell you one more thing, that once I finished my DLP program, I said, okay, I should now try out with the masters, because this is again recommended by the professors, both Dr. Bhattacharya as well as Professor Venkat Iyer. They said that, no, I think it's possible that you can do this program. I decided that I'm a join for this program. I've completed 4 semesters, which is 2 years. I've just got about 1 more year to go, which is about 2 semesters. Now, I never even believed in my life that I can do a program when I'm almost at the age of 60. I must say that at 61, I'd be completing my masters. The good point is, maybe I may think in terms of even possibly a PhD. It's not thought about it now, but let me see how I can go about it. Now, let me just tell you what is the benefits you get in terms of a PCP. One is you have a program which is flexible. You can operate anywhere. You need not leave your job. You have got a books which you get in your home, so you can go through your hard copy of the books. You can also have the e-books which are available. You can also interact on a VC chat anywhere. If you are traveling, you can work from the place where you are staying. You can even work from your office. See, I will give you an example. Somebody asked me a question. How is it that you will be able to combine both the work and this program? I have got some students who are with me in my batch. See, they were all in the IT field. If you see in the IT field, they have this, they have the shift system. So people who have got a shift system, they took a permission from their bosses, and they were free for about 2 hours, attended the VC lectures. That's how they learned, and of course they work little more. So what happens is, see, any program when you take, you must have the passion, you must have the commitment, and then only you can do this program. Otherwise, anything you take about, you need both these two things. Otherwise, it is extremely difficult. Now, I mentioned to you as well as the PCP as well as the video lectures are concerned. The other thing which I can talk about is examination point. Very, very convenient to talk about as far as the examinations there. And the best part is, you can appear for the exam at the centers either close to your office or close to your place where you stay. So this is such a wonderful program in terms of combination of almost everything. And I think for people who have not taken up this program, especially people who have not been having an opportunity to learn in the beginning of their career. I think they must try out this. It's one thing which is exceedingly good, and I must say that you can see that I'm sitting in front of you, and I'm the live example for this PCP program as well as the master's program in marketing management. I always believe in one thing, that there is nothing called age. Whatever be the age, if you have the intention to learn, you can learn anything from anywhere, either books or maybe any program. Let me just come to my entire career. See, I've started way back in the year 1979. I joined this company called Anand Group of Companies. They were one of the pioneers in the automobile accessories. They used to manufacture Gabriel shock absorbers. They used to manufacture perfect circle rings, Victor gaskets, and purelator filters. Now, this company was a very large company. I joined them as a salesman. My job was basically to go to all the shops and talk about the product and sell the product. I was there for about 2 years, and then I moved to one of the blue chip company during those days, that is Dunlop India Limited, and one of the best companies I can really talk about it. I was there from 1981 and I left the company somewhere around 1996. Now, during that 15 years of time, it was so much of learning. See, what happens is, in many companies, you have people, your bosses, they will tell you what to do. Now, here was a company, they said very clearly, you are given a job and you are told, this is the job, you need to accomplish the job, and please do not come back to the office till you complete it. So what happens is, during those days, being salespeople, we all used to interact and think, saying that, oh, what a crazy thing, they are not giving us. How do I go about to a place? Even, going to a place, it is actually our choice how to go. That what is your told is, complete your job. Now, those days we felt bad, but then you learned the thing hard way, and it is something excellent. And today I feel that what has been taught to us those days, it is so good, because what happens is, it is not necessary that you always have people to guide you to go around do a certain job. You need to also do something on your own. What is the advantage? You will actually understand how to do it, how to go about and do all these activities. Now, from Dunlop, I moved to Phil Corporation, which is basically a company into office automation products. Now, I moved intentionally from a rubber product to office automation products for the simple reason, because I said, let me learn different types of selling. The selling is common, but the product sold is something different. So you learn the art of selling in different segments. After that, I've been into various other companies. Name something like Dealing. You talk about something like Otis Elevators. And currently, for the last 7 years, I am associated with a company called Global Conveyors. We are in the business of manufacture of conveyor accessories. For people who know about conveyor accessories, now these are basically used in bulk material handling. Factories like cement plant, fertilizer, sugar, salt, etc. So wherever you have material, you need to transport from one end to the other end. Normally, good old days, it was done by means of manual, by people carrying from one place to the other place. Subsequently, it was made by transportation by trucks, and then later the modern thing came up in terms of conveyor belts, which means transportation from one end, loading at one end, discharging at the other end. Now, you must all seen a small belts in different companies, but I am talking about conveying material from a distance of 5 kilometers, 6 kilometers by means of a conveyor. That means your manpower required is much less. You are able to transport material very quickly. Imagine a situation that you have a power generating unit. If you do everything manually, how long it takes for power generation? So that is why a coal, which is very important and transported very quickly, they are able to generate power, and finally these power come back to all of us in the form of electricity at our homes. Now, this is one of the best companies which you talk about currently. We have developed a product. This company, we believe in one thing, that we give a unique product which is something not offered by anybody. because this product which we talk about, we look at what is the problem of a customer and then we solve the problem. And I believe in one thing, that a word, and just would like to complete it now, is something called relationship builder. Now this is my keyword, not today. I've been doing this for the last 36 years, right from the day I started my career. Why I'm saying is, this relationship build-up is so good in terms of business, in terms of personal. Now people are very good in relating or interacting with on personal level, but people rarely give importance on the business relationship. So what really happens is, when you interact with a customer, now the customer has got a problem, you try to solve the problem, interact with him, and then finally you become very, very close with him. What is the advantage? One is the customer trusts you, and if he has got any problem, he will depend on you, number one. Number two, for such things you have to be very dependable. Like if something is being asked, you must provide information on time. People generally, what I've seen is, a customer asks for some information, they come back and they actually speaking, not intentionally, but they forget about it. But you remember, go back to the customer and tell him this is what the information is. I think he will like so well, and he will depend on you for even all future businesses. And I would like to tell you very frankly, for last so many years, I've met people talking about saying that, sir, I'm not able to sell my product because I'm not the lowest, I'm the highest. And I would like to proudly tell you that whatever product I've sold in my entire career has all been very difficult to sell, but they've all been with a product with higher price. But it's not that we quote higher price because we want higher margin, but the product is like that, and it is going to be useful for the customer on a long-term basis. He saves money. Now the current product which we are talking about, you see, we have developed a product which is in terms of a polymer which is replacing a metal roller. Imagine a polymer is a light material than metal. Now what is the energy saving? Energy saving to the extent of 15 to 20%. When you got 20% power saving, imagine a country like India, we are struggling for power. So you see the amount of power saving you got. Customers today have realized that power saving is really good, and it is going to be good for our long-term basis. Not only power saving, our product talks about the productivity, better productivity, and a saving on a long-term basis. So even if the customer pays high now, he feels that he's getting a long-term benefit. Now, earlier, when we started about 5 years back, we were struggling to tell the customer, how is it that price is high? But today, he feels that, no, I've got a good product. Now, what I would like to do is, I think I've spoken a lot. I've got certain questions which I would like to take it up. The first thing is, I would like to, somebody's mentioned is, what is the one thing you learned in your career very early on? See, very clearly I will say that I talked about, one is relationship building up, which I have taken up way back in 1979. It's not that somebody has taught me, but I learned myself. And I will tell you what is the benefit of that. The people whom I met as a dealer or as a customer way back in 81, today I meet them in some other segment, though I have not been interacting with them for so long. But today I've got a product, the same people are available at a higher position, and they feel that, oh, it is my person and I can depend on him, and I've been able to interact with them. So people with whom I built up relationship way back in 79, I'm not just exaggerating, I still have a contact with them. And I make it a point that even with a customer, even if there is no business, you must at least call up, or you must at least go and personally meet up with them. And the customer is surprised, why is that you are coming today? The customers have told me, sir, I cannot give you an order today. I tell the customer, I have not come here for an order. I've just come to chat with you if you are free, and also to have a cup of tea with you. Now this is something very different, because if you can do that, you are keeping in touch with the customer. Now, one of the questions which I can talk about is, what is the best part of your distance learning course which you think helped you a lot? As I told you, I've been an out and out salesperson for the last 36 years. Now, I was not very strong in finance, I was not very strong in costing. Now, this particular program helped me understand the basics, which really helped me in terms of, knowing the knowledge and contributing very well for the company meetings where the finance is involved, where costing is involved, and this is one thing which is very good for me. And let me talk about, this is very important, very nice question. Who is the one market leader that has inspired you? Let me be very frank with you. I don't follow any single market leader. I follow almost everybody. Forget about market leaders, I even follow the freshers. See, because what happens is even freshers have got ideas. Now you interact with people, you get ideas. This is one thing which is very important. Yeah, as far as the market leaders are concerned, the great people who are there, as far as they have been there, spend a whole lot of their energy and their time. They have written biographies. I go through their biographies, take up whatever important things from them and utilize it obviously for my future and also for my life. So when you really talk about it, I would tell all of you that this is my way. I mean, it may be wrong with others. The better that I think we should follow with almost anyone, any human being, interact with them. It is exceedingly well. We are in such a beautiful world, interacting with people, share your experience. Don't think about what is that I'm going to get back from that person to whom you have helped. Get back, they will come back to you, or you will get your experience, share with them, they will come back to you. So this is one thing, world where you share your experience, you will get from others, and I would suggest that follow everybody. And let me just talk about, somebody has asked me a question that you do this program, and he said that you are in touch with your students in the class. Let me tell you one thing, that when I was in this program, when I joined on April 14th in the distance learning program, I would like to relate this experience with you. See, the first PCP when I came, I was actually very reluctant because I found that all those people who were there, they're all youngsters. So I took a position in the class which was almost in the last bench. Now, people did not realize, they were just looking at me thinking that I was a professor. But when the actual professor came, when he started looking at me, he asked me, he said, "What is that you are doing here?" I said, "I'm a student." There was such a shock in the class saying that. He said, "What is your age?" I said, "I'm just 57. So he said that at 57 you are learning? I said, "Yeah, I wanted to learn." And it was such a fantastic thing. He said that, "Can you share your experience?" This was Professor Welingkar. He said, "Can you share some of your experiences?" Now, I shared my experiences, what actually happened in my real life. So whenever I'm talking about experiences, these are all experiences which has happened to me in my real life. It is not that I took it from Google or I took it from somebody else and copied and did it. This is my real factual experience, and then I shared with the people. And actually I still remember, it was actually on time management. I'm not relating what happened today because there are some more sessions to come up, and I will tell you all what actually has happened on the time management. Now, this is one thing which is so interesting, and what is really good about my classmates were, though they were young, they accepted me so well, and we started interacting so well. And you will not believe it, today, even at my master's, I have got the other classmates. They are all in the age group of 30, and I'm at 30, I'm at 60. But the best part is I keep interacting with them, and I feel that I'm not at 60, but I'm at 30. Now, and so what happens is we keep interacting. We have got a group, we have got a WhatsApp group, we have got a Facebook group. And also not only that, we keep meeting each other sometime or the other. And also whenever, somebody, like there is an opening in some companies, we share with the others. And that's how you have this networking build up. And I think this is one of the best medium, and of course it depends on each group how they are interacting. And as far as I'm concerned, I'm actually fortunate enough that I'm interacting not with just my own group of April 14 batch, but I've been interacting with almost all the other batches. You talk about either October 14 batch or any other batches, and that's how the whole thing is. And let me just see whether I can take up some more questions. Is there any other questions which somebody can ask for now? Yeah, I would like to tell you one thing that what qualities somebody has mentioned that do I need to be able to become a good marketing executive? It's a very, very interesting question. I believe in only 3 points. One is punctuality. Second, we talk about commitment. And third is you should be responsive. I think these three elements, if you have, I think you can be definitely be one of the good marketing executive. Of course, in added to that, you of course need to have your product knowledge, you need to have your competitors knowledge. But to me, these are the three important points which I have been handling for the last so many years, and even today, I still manage with these 3 points. Let me just see something else. I can take it up. Now, it's a very important question. How do you add value to the customers? Now, I presume that we talk about customers' life. Somebody has mentioned customers' life, career, and the company. This is asked by Mr. Kamlesh Ahuja. See, I'll tell you, as far as the customer's life is concerned, it's very clear. Customer is actually not interested in you. Customer has got a problem. If you can find a solution to his problem, he is willing to help you. He is willing to continue with you. So basically, that's where you have to help him in terms of solving his problem. Give him a good product. Give him a good. I talked to you about in terms of meeting him on time, in terms of punctuality, in terms of commitment, in terms of responsiveness. So I think these things will add on to the how you can retain a customer for a longer time. The second thing they talk about individual self-career. Now what happens in career is, see what really happens in companies. You are in a company, you have been given by the HR department and your boss your key results area. Now you are told that this is your activity, but nobody tells you saying that you don't do something beyond that. So if you have got something within your own activity, finish your activity, start looking at something which you can do beyond your actual activity. So what happens is beyond that, and keep noting those points, it will be extremely useful. See, when you have an assessment at the end of the year, you are assessed on the basis of your key result area by your boss. Now when he is going to assess you, you can also tell him that, of course, keep him informed about what you have done on time to time basis, and send him a mail and keep a copy of this when you go for your assessment, and then discuss with him. Finish your key results area, and then you tell him saying that, sir, added to that, I've done all these things. What happens is, it's not just a question of he gives you a little more money or something, but he will keep in mind that whenever a sort of an promotion comes up, there may be other people looking out for a promotion. You may stand a better chance. Then when you talk about the company, see, I would like to tell you that anybody we talking about working in an organization, it's basically commitment. See, you must also have something called a passion. See, once you take up a job, you are thinking twice. You are consulting with your friends. You are consulting with your relatives. You are also consulting maybe with your good professors. You are also consulting with various other people. Then you like the job and you join the job. After joining, you must have the passion. First thing is that you have joined the company. You also have the passion to work. It's not just something people talk about, the 9 to 5 working or 9 to 5:30 working. I would say that if you like a job, you will go beyond the job. So if you have that passion, if you have the desire, I think you will do very well. And this is one thing not only good for you. Obviously, if you grow, the company will also grow, and you've got a good future in your life. Now, I think I've covered a lot of these points. Now, I don't know whether I hope that I spent a lot of time onto this. I don't know what is the time which is given, but to my best of my knowledge, I have given all the information which is required. And I once again say that to thank once again Professor Rajesh Aparnath and the team of DLP team to speak to you, and also adding one to the entire team of Masters Management I am doing, and the entire Welingkar College. I must say that Welingkar is an excellent brand. Wherever you go and talk to companies, wherever you tell people Welingkar, it's an excellent brand to really talk about it. And People who have not yet enrolled for DLP or maybe masters, please come to this college and experience the entire environment. It is excellent, and I would only say that I think it will be beneficial for all of you in terms of learning, gaining knowledge, and for your excellent future. Thank you so much for sparing a lot of your time. Thanks once again.